Welcome back on Dynamod. Today I want to propose you a video about
the unboxing and review about the Realmshaper Engine, that it's the scenic element about the Seraphon, the specific one. And this is a video that it's a part of a series of video about the rules of the Seraphon, because I want to talk about in this video also about the rules about this specific element. So I want to create a sort of great mix of all of them. So now we can go to see the unboxing of these scenic elements and then make also a comparison, but I'll show you, and then talking about the rules and the facts that I yet talk about, and you can find in the description eventually the facts about the Battletome of Seraphon 2020, and so you can see also those ones, the facts that involve also this one, but I include those facts inside this video when I talk about the rules for the scenic elements. And so now we can go to see the contents inside. One thing that we can notice about this scenic element is that the dimension of the box it's not so big. Moreover, if you compare this one to the one that is from the Ossiarch Bonereapers, so when I analyze the dimension of the set inside here, I'll also show you compared with the base of the Ossiarch, because this one can also be bigger if you think that there is the statue that it's quite high. So I see how it's bigger and make a little comparison of the two of them. So now we can see that here we have as the front the image of the model complete with all the accessories. Here we can find some details, here too about the upper part in this case, and here also some other details, and in the back we can find different ways to build it, so with or without the wines and other options that can be changed. So now we'll go to see also the contents that are inside. Here we have the instruction how to build it, that we can go to analyze and see if there are contents that can be interesting. And here we can find that we have quite a lot of interesting details that we can build. So even if quite plain, from here we can see that we can reach quite a lot of height. And I want to suggest you that, for example, this part, as you can see, can be closed. But think about this. If you build something that you can put under here, so that you can create a base, you can use this like a sort of box to put some miniatures, some revealing or so on. So eventually think about it, because you can also create some LED effect about here this. So quite interesting. Anyway, I think that in the building of this, I'll use these scenic elements to separate into, so that I have the base and this, and I'll try, I think, to monetize so that I can have that this one can build on, and so I can put it another way or build it as a sort of scenic element separate one, so that I can create some changing. For example, I can create for the Bastodon or the Stegodon another type of version, so that I can personalize a lot. I'll try to see if I'm able, because I think that it's one of the projects that could gain quite a lot, make a little changes. Here there are the rules to play that we'll go to analyze later, and so now we can see the part inside as the miniatures itself. And if you go to see the contents inside as sprue, you can find that these ones are the same sprue, so it's a double one, so it's not problematic, and we can simply take one of these and make a comparison. So it's really quite interesting. So we can remove this and see this one as a comparison to the Nexus of the Ossiarch Bonereapers one. So we can make a comparison of height about them, and it depends a lot by the inclination that we give to these scenic elements. But anyway, if you go to take this one and we put this aside to the scenic element of the Nexus one, the base itself is compared to 2 steps of this one. What changed a lot is the presence of the statue itself that you can find here. So this is other 2 steps about, and the difference is almost the part of this one, so that we can find that at the end, if we say that it's you, it's like so almost all the other part it's done by this. What changed a lot is the volume of the 2 elements, because there are more accessories, because there are the columns parts and so on about the Nexus that maybe it's more rich in detail, but surely it's not bad at all as volume. Sincerely, seeing the box itself, I thought that it was really quite smaller than the Nexus one. Instead, I can say that they are almost about the same, but surely had to build it before to know for sure. Anyway, we can make the put aside of this and see the rules about. And so now we can analyze the rules of this scenic element. One thing to notice is that this is a piece of terrain, so it has to be deployed before to be able to deploy the armies, so pay attention. And it has to be garrisoned to be put on use, and only units that has 20 or less models as wound characteristic one. So it means that if you have something that has 2 wounds, you need maximum 10 models to garrison, and all the unit has to garrison such model to be put on use. And it says that in the hero phase, if this model is garrisoned by friendly Seraphon Wizard or friendly Seraphon Priest, you can pick one terrain feature anywhere in the battlefield and roll a dice. And for each enemy unit within 3 inches of that terrain feature, add 2 to the roll if the terrain feature is within 12 inches of this model. So it's a way to make that now you can make that you have a range, so you can go to a 2+, because the effect is on a 4+, if it's within 18 inches, or you have to go to a 6+ if it's more than 36 inches, but anyway it's a way to do. And that enemy unit suffered the 3 mortal wound, so it's a nice way to create. It's not so powerful, because I think that the Nexus of the Ossiarch Bonereapers it's more powerful and better. The problem is the fact that I'll make it compare now.
The next commentary fact, it's about the enemy that can garrison a Realmshaper Engine. So you have to pay attention where you deploy such your bonus, because you risk that the enemy can take advantage of. So pay attention to such one. The next facts about the commentary are linked. In fact, the first specifies that you can cast with a friendly Seraphon Wizard that is garrisoned in a Realmshaper Engine and endless spells, so it doesn't limit such option. And then it specifies that if that endless spells is a Valiant Vortex, you can set up it, the Valiant Vortex, within 1 inch of the Realmshaper Engine and more than 3 inches from any enemy models, and the caster is removed from the garrison and placed on top of the Valiant Vortex model. So it says that you can really play a lot with the models, and they don't stay there to see only the sky, so it's not bad at all.
So you have to remember that this scenic element can be garrisoned by another enemy unit, and in that case it can be forbidding you to use this. This part I think that it saves you from this being used by the opponent, because at least they can be garrisoned, but they are not friendly Seraphon Wizard and Seraphon Priest. What is my problem about this? It's that it can be referred being a scenic element, that it can be also a friendly one for the enemy. So if your opponent is another Seraphon army, it could be used in such a way, so pay a bit of attention about this. Anyway, what I think that this is the main part of problem about these scenic elements, it's being a scenic element. So it means that, like the Nexus, you had to deploy it before to start, and eventually in the tournaments could be a problem. So it depends a lot by how the tournament are going to improve such scenic elements in their fields, because otherwise you had the problem that you can substitute or you can add. It's quite problematic in this way, so a lot depends by the tournaments. Obviously I'm not talking about a friendly match, because in a friendly match I don't think there will be ever such problem, because you create that battle at that moment, so you can deploy it. The tournaments are a bit problematic about such one, but it depends by the tournaments themselves. So I think that this scenic element can be quite interesting, but I suggest you not to depend too much by this, thinking about using this to have cover, about to have some particular ways to cast the ender spells, because maybe you are casting being hidden, and so then you move it because it's a predatory and you counter the predator and so on. So pay a bit of attention about such thing, because it can change quite a lot the way that you can play with the Seraphon, at least based on magic, I think. Anyway, from Dino Mode it's everything. I invite you to put a like on this video, to subscribe to the channel, to ring the bell, and to comment this video if you are interested in something about this video, or you want to suggest me some arguments for other videos. I hope to see you again to the next time.